Yeah. So we had Mary Kish on the podcast recently, and she had some things to say about Cincinnati.
Oh, more city beef, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so.
Well, she doesn't like that city's beef.
Yeah, she was there and said that the chili was a...
Oh, no. She insulted their chili?
Oh, she went pretty hard at it.
Yeah, about the Skyline chili.
Oh, Mary.
She didn't talk about Gold Star. She also had some things to say about a pizza place called El Rosa's that I'm led to believe is bad.
All right.
James, formerly of Michigan, writes in and says, "Whoa, I heard Aaron from Ohio calling Ohio a better-than-average state, followed by throwing Michigan under the proverbial bus as a great place to give up on life. This is wrong on so many levels. Michigan brought you almost every brand of cereal you've ever eaten, M&M, and Big Sean. It is the Motor City, the multi-champion Red Wings, Motown. Detroit is literally minutes from Canada, and let's be honest, Canada is awesome. It has not one, not two, but 5 Great Lakes. Ohio brings no culture, no class, no future. The best cuisine they offer is fried pickles from their endless number of county fairs. They are nothing more than a desolate farmland. The only positive to Ohio is that it's slightly better than Indiana. If anyone in Michigan gives up on life, it's only because they've driven through Ohio, a state where every resident already has. You've been tricked into giving anyone from Ohio a voice. Everyone from this side of the Rockies knows better." All right. Thank you, James.
I don't trust James because he named everything in Michigan except Bob Seger.
That's a super good point.
Yeah. The best thing
Bob
for Michigan.
Seger.
Well, he says formerly of Michigan, so maybe he's kind of,
Okay.
All right, well, we won't have Aaron on again.
Yeah.
Tim from Arizona writes in, "To say Cincinnati is a shithole compared to Columbus is laughable. Someone obviously took a random pill from Street Overlord to make a bold statement like that. When someone says my hometown is a shithole, it gets under my skin, especially from someone who only spent 2 years there and probably hasn't been back in a decade or two. Mary, I am in the military and have eaten food all around the world, including plenty of different states. Each place or state has a local specialty food that competes with other brand names in the local area. Skyline and Gold Star Chili are local businesses and local favorites. If you don't like it, don't eat it then. This kind of statement you made is why me and my friends are subscribers to Giant Bomb and not GameSpot. And this is why I put this email in. P.S. Columbus is the only place I've ever found a bloody knife just laying in the street." That makes Columbus sound pretty cool.
Kind of, yeah. Man, I don't want to get in on any beefs here.
Jordan in Pennsylvania writes and says, "We are all looking forward to our VR future in 2016. I was wondering if the Oculus could ship right out of the gate sort of business. They've got some time." Eric from Cincinnati writes in, "Everything said about Cincinnati on the last episode is absolutely true. I'm 30 years old and have lived here my entire life. Cincinnati is an outright shithole.
Okay.
The chili is garbage, but we still seem to find a way to fight about whose terrible chili is not as bad between Gold Star and Skyline. Our sports teams are the worst in actual play, ran by clueless owners and managed by inexperienced managers. La Rosa's pizza tastes like what I would assume the inside of a gopher's ass would taste like. The streets are filled with trash, old racism, and outright rudeness for your fellow man for no apparent reason.
Awesome.
People in Cincinnati will go out of their way to make someone else feel awful or put someone down for no reason except to do so. Also, I worked in retail for 12 years.
That'll do it.
Mark Twain has coined the saying, when the world comes to an end, I want to be in Cincinnati. It is always 10 years behind the times. No truer words have been said in the history of the world. Any new idea that comes across a government body is typically shot down immediately under the assumption of, we didn't need it before, why do we need it now?
God.
I hate this city. I wish I could leave. Unfortunately, my wife refuses to move away from her family, so I've decided to dive headfirst into the insane asylum of mental patients known as Buckeyes. But realistically, it's not just Cincinnati. Dayton, Akron, Columbus, Cleveland, the entire state of Ohio has nothing to contribute to society except to increase the overall obese rate and ignorance for the greater good of the United States. That's all I have to say about that. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Ohio, for contributing to our great nation.
Dawn from Orlando writes in and
They
says...
make pretty good emails.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Dawn from Orlando writes in and says, near the stem or top of the orange...
The entire game.
Oh,
Incredible Crisis on PS1.
Okay.
yeah. Keith writes in, dude, I just returned from a work trip to Pittsburgh and realized I must write in that it's imperative this message get out. After traveling to 12 other cities this year for work, I came to realize one thing. Fuck Pittsburgh. That is all. All right. Okay.
I've traveled around a lot. I don't think I've been to Pittsburgh.
I've never been to Pennsylvania, period.
Yeah.
I want to go to Philly.
Okay.
I was near Philly.
Yeah?
It's pretty close to, like, New Jersey is kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I was
going to
going- I was
Jersey
going to-
next year. Maybe I can stop by.
I went to Atlantic City.
What's going on there?
Should go to Hershey.
Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Yeah. Smells real good.
You just want to run up the steps, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always get,
The statue.
like, whenever I hear the words Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or Pittsburgh, I have to think really hard about what we're talking about because all those three words
Yeah.
run together to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I had to choose between running up the steps or throwing a helmet at the statue, I would pick throwing a helmet at the statue. I like that
Run
scene.
up the steps.
I would do both, but that scene in Rocky 3
Okay, yeah.
where he pulls his motorcycle up and throws the helmet
But
at his
he's
own
like all
statue.
alone and say,
I think it's cool. I just want to learn how to ride a motorcycle and do that.
Okay.
Sounds cool. That statue's actually there, right? Just not at the top of the steps.
I
I think that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did they ever make that RoboCop statue in Detroit?
I don't know.
That was the first Kickstarter I ever heard of.
Yeah.
Remember hearing about.
Yeah. I don't know.
People in Detroit, let us know
Yeah.
if you got your RoboCop statue.
Well, let's take this next email from Pat in Detroit. I've noticed a certain amount of Detroit hate from you guys and other West Coast podcasters. While this is certainly understandable and until recently deserved, I thought I'd clear some things up. Detroit has been going through something of a renaissance over the last few years and is now a great town to live in or visit. Sure, there are some bad neighborhoods, but they're a long hike from the nightlife. We've got a huge range of bars, restaurants, shops, and other things to do, and the people here are friendly and excited. Everyone here wants to show the world that we're back and not a shithole anymore. Go Tigers/Wings. Let's not talk about the Lions.
So we're back. He's obviously lived there his entire life,
he's
I'm
in Detroit,
guessing.
I guess.
So
Yeah,
that's
it
all that he
says
knows.
Detroit is back.
We're back. A Detroit story.
Yeah. But there's more. Okay. P.S. With that said, fuck Cleveland.
Okay.
I had good ramen there once. Otherwise, that place is a burning wreck.
Weird.
Okay.
I got driven to the Detroit airport once, and the one thing I remember about the surrounding area was...
Were you in the trunk?
No.
Okay.
On the side of the highway was just this old barn that looked like it was falling apart and had giant letters, like 15-foot letters, saying, "Save us, Kid Rock." And I don't know if that was like their farm was going out of business
Right.
and Jesus Kid Rock who like goes around Detroit and saves farms or something. But I really liked that barn.
It's a pretty cool barn.
Wow.
Good message, too.
Yeah.
He gives back a lot.
Yeah. I like Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
He's a good guy.
No.
Talented individual.
He's a show. That man's a showman.
Yeah, he can sing.
He is a
He
showman.
can
I mean-
rap. I've seen him play drums a couple
He
times.
wears furry coats sometimes and jumps
Yeah.
around in front of a flag. Mm-hmm. That's all right.
His showmanship feels borrowed to me. It doesn't feel like his own showmanship. It feels like he's just kind of doing what the rock guys did before. It doesn't feel
I don't-
genuine.
You think it's like him aping like 70s style?
Totally,
Or something?
yeah.
No, he
But
does
I
way more
think it's-
jumping.
I will say
It's a different type of jump than like David Lee Roth.
It's not a David Lee Roth jump, but
No.
he's not
Country.
doing frings off of amps or anything like that necessarily. But
No.
he's
And I actually have not seen much live footage of Kid Rock. I think I'm just basing it off like the Ba Wada Ba video or something.
sure.
But
Yeah, that's
he seemed like he had his own thing going on.
I don't know, man. It's
Those coats were fuzzy, and he had hats.
yeah, like
I'm
he,
not going to argue that.
he's like it's like he feels like he's trying to do the dynamic frontman thing while dressing up like a low rent pimp.
But that's his own thing then. Who else has done that?
No, but I feel like the mannerisms don't feel like
I mean,
they're
he's
his. to
he's
me.
not like he's no Freddie Mercury or anything.
No,
but,
he's not.
but he sells his material, I think.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
I think his demeanor
absolutely.
and his look and his stage presence fits cowboy, for instance.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's appropriately doing his job.
I've got no beef with Kid Rock.
I don't either.
He does what he does.
I'd like to have some beers with that guy.
Yeah.
No, he's authentic
Yeah.
for sure.
That's indisputable.